What's going on, everybody? I'm Josh Meek, the Uber Geek. Thank you very much for joining me here on Pretty Dece, your daily entertainment and pop culture show. Make sure you check out Pretty Dece on the Anchor app, in your favorite podcast listening app, or on YouTube. You can find the show by searching for Pretty Dece on YouTube to check out the channel and all of the past episodes there. I'm bringing to you some very just bizarre news today, and that news being that Epic Games is suing a 14-year-old. Yeah, so Epic Games has filed suit against several individuals that had been making and using software in their games that was cheat software. So they'd been going after people who had been creating software that was used to create cheats and used to enable cheats in Epic Games, like Fortnite, for example. And now that's gone even further, and they're suing just people who are using these cheats. And one of them happens to be 14 years old. Apparently, these lawsuits could result in fines up to $150,000 per incident per case. So incident being like a time that the cheat was used. So this is wild. This harkens back to the good old days of the internet when people were getting sued for downloading music from things like Napster, and it would end up that like their grandma was suddenly getting sued because they weren't using their own, internet because they were 10 years old. This sounds like exactly like that. So here's what happened. This 14-year-old, he's posted a video on his YouTube channel to speak out against Epic Games and to kind of explain what's happening. He fully admits to cheating. He says he downloaded the cheat off of a website. He calls that website out by name multiple times and just says that he wanted to stream the game with the cheats on. He very stupidly says that he doesn't cheat to cheat. He just cheats to have fun on a live stream. So yeah, the kid sounds like an idiot, but he's 14. What 14-year-old isn't an idiot? If downloading a cheat off the internet to go play a video game is the worst this kid does, the worst he gets into, society has won. That's a good thing. There's just so much worse that he could be doing at 14 than trying to hack his video games. Nonetheless, Epic has issued a takedown notice on his YouTube channel, and the kid contested that takedown notice, and that's when things had to escalate. You see, Epic Games was then either in the position of dropping the claim altogether when it was contested or pushing back. And pushing back is what led to them filing a lawsuit against a 14-year-old, again, over a silly program that he downloaded on the internet that basically probably amounts to a fancy hex editor. But wait, it gets even better. You see, this kid then had his mom write a strongly worded letter as part of his defense for the case. And honestly, the mom's letter is pretty fantastic. She goes on to reiterate the kid's claims that he didn't write the software, he was merely using it, because I guess a lot of the filings in the court case talked about the creation of this software, and he was merely using it. And then she really hits home with her point in that the end user license agreement for Fortnite talks about the purchased software, and the Battle Royale version of Fortnite is free, so it wasn't purchased. So she's thinking she has a loophole there in that her 14-year-old son did not purchase the game, therefore is not bound by the end user license agreement. So that's certainly interesting, how that aspect of the case shakes out. But nonetheless, like, Epic Games, ban this kid and move on, If I can edit the files on my own computer to cheat in your game, that's on you, not necessarily on me. Yes, I should be banned. Yes, there should be consequences for my actions, but those consequences should be proportionate to the crime. He shouldn't be allowed to play Fortnite anymore because he's a known cheater, and maybe his YouTube account should be banned for posting essentially the tutorial for how to cheat. But he shouldn't be facing any actual legal ramifications for this. The fact that the kid could potentially in the future have a problem finding a job because he got sued for downloading a shady cheat program on his computer for a video game is complete and utter nonsense to me. But I would love to hear what you guys think about this. I would love to have a debate about this because it seems insane to me, and I understand how we got to this point from Epic Games' standpoint, but it definitely seems like a thing to just drop it, ban him, and move on. But I'd love to hear your thoughts, so please comment, call in if you are listening in the Anchor app. Let me know what you think about this. If you think the kid should get a lawsuit filed against him, if you think he should get banned, or kind of where you fall on the topic. So that's going to do it for Pretty Dece for today. Thank you very much for joining me, coming along on this journey. Make sure that you like Pretty Dece on Facebook. You can find that at facebook.com/PrettyDeceShow. Of course, follow me on Twitter at PrettyDeceShow and visit PrettyDeceShow.com. So that's going to do it for me. We are going to be back tomorrow for another daily episode. Until then, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you never miss any of the daily content.